Good afternoon. It is May 7th, 2025, and today we had a range day. You can see yesterday, when the market opened in the afternoon, we had this crazy, or I think it was when it opened in the afternoon, we had this crazy big bull bar, and it was just at a level of resistance. Kind of looks like maybe we're, yeah, in a broad bear channel like this. Um, and now I'm looking at it. I see that there's this level of resistance and then there's this level of support. So we're in a type of triangle. Um, so that's breakout mode. So we'll just have to wait to see what happens. Here's the daily chart. Um, this is a pretty good area for the market to correct back to this EMA right here. Uh, we had an overshoot of this broad bull channel. It looks like today we'll get a break unless there's a strong rally. Um, but anything could happen. So let's take a look at this chart, the 2700 tick chart. So I was looking at this bear channel right here from the overnight, and 5 o'clock comes in, we're selling off. I think that's a great place to get short. You get a leg up, some sideways stuff, a second leg up, and a nice bear bar, but that is at 437. So West Coast people probably are not, talking about the United States, West Coast people probably not awake at that time. East Coast people, if you're watching, you might want to take that. Turns out to be a good move. Problem is you've now gapped up above the EMA, but this looks like a trend line to me. You might be a little scared also because we didn't come down to the lows of that range, but it also just looked like we were in a range and we're trying to correct back to the lows. So anyway, we then go sideways um, until we get a break, and I like getting short in here when it couldn't push higher. You get this big bull bar and bull body follow through, and then it just kind of dwindles. So I think draw your range and maybe enter at near the highs of the range on a limit order, and maybe if if you don't know where to put your stop, you could consider the measured move, and it turns out to be a very good short. And then we form this channel after making a low. You are looking for a break, or I mean, a move to a new low after the break of this bear channel, and that's what we got. So it slowed down once we got our new low. Just some sideways stuff. Then we get this bull channel. Uh, really just sideways, but then we get this strong move up, and then it dies out, and then you have an 11 a.m. news item. Some selling, probably just spooked a bunch of people, and then you get a double bottom and it rockets up. So, could you consider this failed second entry short? You could consider it. And really, we just been flip flopping ever since then. You could consider this double bottom right here. Not, I'm not really seeing anything else that I like necessarily. You could enter with the limit order to sell up here. But after that big bull bar, you're probably maybe after this big bull bar, you'd probably want to hold off on selling. You get this bear doji, then you get a bull doji. Maybe you enter in with a limit order there, and boom, falls. But this is just hard stuff to trade. So there's one last look at it on the 2700 tick chart. One last look at the daily chart. Hope everyone had a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.